February is kind of an underrated month in Vegas. It's still hoodie weather, but we're finally starting to get a little sunshine. CES is over, and the spring break crowds haven't arrived yet. So today on CityCast Las Vegas, I'm here with Nevada Current reporter Michael M.J. Lyle and our very own newsletter editor Rob Katchel-Reese, and we're going to give you the ultimate guide to getting the most out of February in Las Vegas. It's Monday, February 2nd. I'm Sonia Cho Swanson, and here's what Las Vegas is talking about. MJ, Rob, welcome to February.
February's here. It was a long January.
Yes.
Did I miss something? Did stuff happen in January?
A few headlines. Headlines here and there.
Sonia, I don't know if I like you underselling February so much because my birthday is in February.
Rob,
February
happy
28th.
Early birthday.
Oh, the very end.
Also my
Nice.
anniversary of joining CityCast.
This is true.
Oh.
Okay, you know what? Scratch that intro. February is officially the best month. It is
A
officially
momentous
Rob
month.
We're all fans. We're fans. Okay, but this February, I need to know, because you're our Vegas experts here. What are a couple things that people can do in Las Vegas to make the most out of this, I would say, pretty quiet month in town, but what should we go or do or buy this month?
I think you just jinxed us about the quiet. You know when you, like in a movie,
God.
they're like,
No.
it's so quiet, and then something happens. You just jinxed us.
Greenland invasion coming up.
No. Knock on wood, y'all.
I'm knocking on wood.
Okay, so MJ, what are you doing? What's your retail therapy or experience therapy this month?
You know what? So I realized when I saw the headline in the RJ about how all the unprecedented rain and huge amounts of rains are going to lead to an earlier super bloom. I realized I had not been to Death Valley in actually a decade, I think, with the last super bloom. And so that's actually fully on my watch. I know starting sometime in February and leading into March, we're going to start seeing some symbols of the super bloom that we're expected to see. I believe the National Park Service told the RJ that rangers already started spotting sprouts in the area, so there's going to be a good bloom this year, and flowers at low elevations are probably going to be starting to bloom this month. And so
I'm feeling good about the bloom because the rain has produced lots and lots of weeds in my front yard and backyard. So I think that's a good sign for the super bloom in Death Valley.
But
oh my gosh, that's amazing.
It's a good chance to get away, and I haven't gotten away from the city in a quick trip and nearby expeditions, and that's a great thing to do. That's super close and super
I love Death
accessible.
Valley, even without the flowers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a good place to get the super bloom forecast? Is there a website, or do you just go to the National Park's Facebook page? How do you find out what's in store for the super bloom?
Yeah, the Death Valley Natural History Association has a wildflower report that actually will track some of the blooms. And I believe that's on their website too.
Okay, amazing. Good to know. All right, the Death Valley Natural History Association.
I know, it's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful. Okay, we're noting it. We're going to put it in the show notes. I'm definitely going to be following that. What about you, Rob? What are you going to go buy this month?
Well, I've been monitoring Las Vegas's continuing descent into claw machine arcade madness. I mean, we can't go through a monthly guide every so often without talking about these claw machines that have taken over our city. But, I'm still trying to get familiar with it, figure it out. I've written about it a little bit. But there's a couple that have caught my attention. One of them is Cosmic Cat Claw Arcade, which is actually near where I live. It's over by Uncommons on Durango near Warm Springs. So they're out in the burbs.
What's it called again?
It's called Cosmic Cat.
Amazing.
Cosmic Cat. I love that.
How can you forget that?
I know.
So it's so what they're doing is they're giving away Vegas Golden Knights tickets.
Oh.
And not just the nosebleeds. They're giving out in the machines. So I got to look at this machine. It's golden eggs in the machine.
Clever.
And you activate the claw and you hover over the eggs and you pick one out, and hopefully it has center ice, Golden Knights tickets at T-Mobile Arena, and they say these are worth around $800. I think it's very smart because if these were Raiders tickets, I think Cosmic Cat might lose some business.
Oh,
people would be like,
zing.
no, I'll try somewhere else. But I also want to
Okay.
give a shout out to Claw World. So they have a location that's on Durango and Flamingo. And they did very well last year because I guess their reputation is they always have a Labubu as a prize.
Nice.
And the real ones, not the fake ones. So they've been getting traffic. Yeah, they've been getting people coming in from the Strip and tourists that take ride shares out there just in the hopes of winning a boo-boo from their machines. But they are about to open a new one. And I only found out about this because I was over at Palette Tea Lounge in Chinatown, which is a great spot for dim sum. And they're opening up a new Claw World this month. And it's right next to Palette. And it's kind of more of a destination thing, kind of more of an attraction. So in addition to the standard machines, they got a lot of photogenic spots where you can snap photos, snap selfies.
Okay, cute.
There's a little
Cool.
hidden arcade behind a fake claw machine
love it.
door. And then just like weird games. Like there's one where you can like use the claw machine to like pull out carrots, like little stuffed toys that look like carrots out of the ground. There's one that's like a pool table, but instead of playing it from the side, you're kind of coming from the top down. Just a lot of weird, different stuff. And what I'm really excited about is that they're going to kind of partner with Palette Tea Lounge next door because there's kind of the space in between the two businesses.
Nice.
And they want to kind of turn it into this gathering spot, almost a courtyard where you can maybe have some boba tea or maybe you could bring your dim sum over. I don't know if that's in the works or not.
Okay.
But it's very photogenic. They already have a little mini Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas sign right there that I believe is going to light up. So they're kind of making Claw, the sport of Claw, a little more of a communal attraction and gathering place where you just don't play games, but you kind of hang out there all day.
How are you on the claw? I have never successfully won anything clawing.
I can see where it's strangely addictive. I actually tried out this one machine that's kind of like a magnet, and it pulls up these metal balls, and then you drop the metal balls into this slot, and it goes down these like different slides, and some fall through holes, some continue on to the final hole, and then you add up the ones that you keep at the end, and it corresponds to the value of your prize that you get at the end. So they're getting very creative with these games.
We are getting a note here from EP Layla Mohammed who said, sometimes the staff will help you, which I would happily accept.
I would take that.
Yes, they're very big on customer service. There's always an attendant.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the actual crossover I want, Rob, which is I want to see a claw machine where you pick up your dim sum that you eat. Like what if you, and then if you pick
it's
it up,
almost like
you get it for
revolving
free.
sushi.
Yeah, right? Why not? Why not have the crossover? I think that's the real,
interactive
the real opportunity
food.
there.
Yeah, I think that's the future.
But at least with the revolving sushi, I know I'm going to get it. I'm really
true.
fearful with a claw dim sum that I'm just going to leave hungry and disappointed.
Oh.
Well, also, Claw World has what they call 3D ice cream. So you pull it out of the refrigerator. Apparently, this is big on TikTok now, from what I'm told.
Isn't all ice cream 3D anyhow?
So it's like ice cream that's like in the shapes of the corresponding fruit. So if it's strawberry flavor, it looks like a little strawberry, and then you just kind of eat it. So, and of course, they have Dubai chocolate ice cream. No trend goes unturned at Claw World.
Excellent. You know what? I'm fully on board with the Dubai chocolate trend. I've been chowing down on some here at my house. They're amazing.
It's not a bad combo.
My pick for February is actually something that you've written about, Rob, for the newsletter. One of your very first
articles. Vegas Loop. You're going to ride the Vegas Loop.
Close.
Now
but
open
no,
at Fontainebleau.
It is the Tecopa Hot Springs, which is just over the state line border into California, out in the Mojave. You drive just over an hour out towards California, and it is this tiny, dusty little town called Tecopa. But they happen to have the most amazing hot springs. Seriously, so underrated. The water actually, because a lot of hot springs have this kind of like sulfury smell, you know what I'm talking about?
Right,
Tecopa
this one doesn't.
It does not stink. It does not smell terrible. And you feel wonderful, like just in this luscious mineral water. So there's a couple ways you can go about it. You can go the outdoor free route where you kind of get into the mud with a bunch of other clothing optional strangers.
Off the side of the road.
Off the side of the road. A pro tip from EP Layla Mohammed is that if you do go that route, make sure to bring water shoes because you don't want to get your feet all cut up because this is nature. I will
or
confess,
get nibbled on by something.
I'm a little squeamish about that part, and also amoebas and like mud and all that. So I opted to pay to go to a resort. The resort was once called Delights, but now it's actually under new management. It's been renovated. It's now called Death Valley Hot Springs. And so I was reading some reviews online. It sounds like it's, getting the same high reviews. You can rent your own private pool. And apparently one of the private pools has like a roof that's open to the sky. So if you do want to do that, I suggest reserving it ahead of time for like nighttime so you can sit in there and watch the stars from your private hot spring.
That's amazing. That's so cool that it's so close to town. Like, this is another good, like...
It is.
Right. It's kind of like if Pahrump is too civilized and busy for you. You just go a little more over and you're in Tecopa.
Never associated with
I have never heard that. Yeah.
Yes. And you know what? I'm glad you brought this up, Sonia, because the story that you referenced that I wrote for CityCast was actually the story that got me hired by CityCast, if you remember.
Rob.
Full circle.
It was my tryout story that got
Workiversary.
Eventually ran, yeah. It all comes together. It's all full circle. Let's
is.
make this all about me.
Yes. But go read Rob's story about Tecopa Hot Springs because it is very good.
And you know what? The story will also tell you where to find that off-road springs, because it's not easy to find.
If you are braver than me.
Well, you go European style. You know what that means, right?
Yeah. So I'm not brave on many fronts, Rob. Let's just put that out there. Let's switch gears to food, my favorite topic.
Yes.
What are a couple of things that we should eat and or drink this month in February? What you got for us, MJ?
So I agree with you. I'm such a big foodie, and we're such an underrated food city. Like,
100%.
I think people don't understand just how amazing we are. We have such an eclectic mixture of foods I think rival other top tier food cities. But if you haven't noticed, a few restaurants in our area have been nominated for the 2026 James Beard Foundation Awards. And so
quite a few,
yeah, there are some really good things I've actually not checked out. And so one of them on my radar is Calabash African Kitchen. I definitely want to go check that out.
That's also on my radar too. You know what, MJ? They were at Vegas Unstripped a couple years ago where they had like the little small bites and it was delicious. Incredible.
It looks fantastic. And I love like jollof rice.
Yeah.
I love finding good African cuisine in town and like West African food in town too. And so I'm excited to try that.
There's a lot more than people realize, yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of great spots. And I love that this appeared on the list. I mean, there's some other great spots on this list too. I still haven't tried Tamba, which I really want to, but this one has definitely has speaking my name. There is definitely some really good. There's an oxtail soup that I definitely is calling out to me right now, and so I think that's on my list to try. I would love to work my way through a lot of these nominations. It's always great to just go try and support this cuisines, like the eclectic cuisine that is in our city, and so these are some of the places I want to try. And Calabash, you are on my sights are on you.
You've sold me. I'm going to go too.
Oh my God, same. Okay, group outing, clearly.
Group outing, I love it.
Yeah. I'm going to actually jump in with my pick because oxtail soup got me thinking about all of the like warm, comforting soups and stews we need to like eat now before it actually gets way too hot. And there's a spot that just opened up at the Bend. It's that new multi-use complex near you, Rob, down in the Southwest, yeah?
Yes, it's kind of like a strip mall, but a little bit more of a walkable plaza kind of thing with a lot of, for the most part, like independent or offbeat businesses. And so far, a lot of really good ones.
Well, one of those businesses is Marufuku Ramen. Ooh. And I've actually been to their location up in SF. That's where they kind of originated, was in the Bay Area.
And for our audience, SF is San Francisco.
SF, thank you, San Francisco. It is so delicious. It is perfect for a chilly evening. They're actually really known for something called Hakata-style ramen. And so Hakata-style is characterized by this really rich, very opaque pork broth. It's very like creamy looking. And it gets that kind of cloudy, creamy color, not from actual dairy, because I don't think I could handle that. But it is the emulsification of all the fat and the gelatin and collagen that they've kind of gotten from simmering this pork broth for 20 hours. It is
20 hours? Wow.
Yes, it's so rich. It's
Just
so
a
rich. It's
nonstop
amazing.
simmer.
I would just like put that in a thermos and carry it around and like drink it if I wasn't gonna have like a heart attack from the sodium. But the other piece of Hakata style ramen is like these really thin, kind of chewy al dente noodles. It's really, really good. So if you go there, if you go to Marufuku Ramen at the Bend, order the classic Hakata tonkotsu, that's a pork tonkotsu ramen, and then get it the DX or the deluxe version because they'll add in extra like veggies like corn and seaweed and stuff. It is so delicious. Highly, highly recommend.
And also, they got good cocktails, too, which you don't always get at a ramen shop.
At the ramen place, really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if they do that in SF, but here in LV, we like to booze it up with our ramen. So go to the one at the Bend, or I think they got the new one in another part of Summerlin as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll have to think about getting a little boozy with my ramen next time. Rob, what's your pick for food?
You know, I got a little excited because MJ was talking about the James Beard Award semifinalists. But, you know, you always look at who makes it, and then you're always grumble about who doesn't. And I believe in the last year, or maybe in the last 2 years, some of our favorites have been nominated that weren't nominated this year. One of them is Steve Kessler of Aroma, Latin American Cocina, which is in between locations now. It was on, it was in the Green Valley part of Henderson, and now it's going to come to Chinatown. Of course, our buddy DJ Flores of Milpa was not nominated, but his new place, Nocturno, was nominated for Best Bar. And so, you know, it's almost like, you know, like if you're in between projects, you're not really getting the attention you should from James Beard. And the best example of that is Oscar Amador, who I think is far and away one of the best chefs in Las Vegas. He's the chef behind EDO, which closed, and also, you know, the growing offshoots where you have Anima by EDO, which is another great place over at the Gramercy in the West Valley. But I think he's a lock for next year's nominations because his new place, Amador Cocina Fina, which replaced EDO, it's in the same space, really is just a chef that's working, just following his own vision, just doing what he wants to do. It's kind of Latin American, but also incorporates some of his European heritage. The Spanish tapas he's known for kind of make their way in there. And when I went out there for the first time, I loved what he was doing with dried fish, like using it in recipes that are really make the most of the aging process, like a bluefin ceviche that was really good. He had this like carrot cake tart that wasn't a dessert. It was actually an appetizer. It was savory. It was like Japanese uni with candied jalapenos and just kind of like this nice little sweet but earthy taste. And I just like love everything he's doing. Just like EDO, he's doing a tasting menu that's affordable for what you get. I mean, I think it's $89, but you get like a loaded lineup that's just so many different things happening.
Totally.
And I'm excited just to see what he does. I think the idea is to experiment with the menu. So it'll be seasonal. He'll try different things and just a great culinary talent that Vegas is lucky to call its own.
Okay, you convinced me. I'm going to eat my way through February before I lock in March to get ready for some swimsuit season. So, but February.
There we go. There we go. I love it when a chef makes you think differently about like an ingredient or a flavor, right? Like when they pair, like you said, candied jalapeno, and I'm thinking, oh, that's sweet and spicy. Yes, I see that with like a carrot or like helping you contextualize something that you always thought of as like a tart, you know, something really sweet could maybe be contextualized as savory. And I feel like that actually, not that I'm like by any means like a fine dining chef, but like it kind of helps you think differently about your own cooking, even and what you can do in your own kitchen. And yeah, it just, that's to me part of the fun of like creative chefs like these.
Not sticking too close to a format. You know, you can have a little bit of Latin cuisine, you can mix in some French, you can mix in some Asian, and you just get you get like a chef's vision, and that's what I love about Oscar's new place.
You know what I think we're seeing too? I think we're seeing a backlash to the backlash against fusion. Do you know what I mean?
Wait, I can't keep track.
That is true. We have been swinging like back and forth on fusion, where it's like fusion was the rage, then it was like anti-fusion, and so
I think the pendulum swim is coming back to like being more accepting of fusion with like mindfulness around appropriation, but like I think the backlash against fusion went a little too hard. So that's my take on 2026, bringing fusion back. Okay, kicker event of the month. If we had to pick one event that we're making time for this month in February, what is it? Where will you see us out and about?
So, as most of this world, I lost my mind watching Heated Rivalry and went way, way in on this beautiful and sexy and sensual and amazing, heartwarming love story of gay hockey players. It's so many people are kind of, I won't say capitalizing, but they're engrossed in this craze.
It's a cultural moment. It is a cultural moment.
It is a cultural moment. And one of those like places that is kind of going in on this cultural moment is Brooklyn Bowl, and they're going to be having not one but two heated rivalry nights where people can come dance the songs of heated rivalry and be in that vibe. I don't know if you've watched it, you know that they were also known for like these great moments with significant needle drops throughout the entire show where like it pairs perfectly with the scenes, and like these songs like have put actually some artists that have been around that like for a while but haven't got as much attention, and like these songs were in part included in needle drops and now they're getting attention. But we're going to be celebrating heated rivalry and our collective love at Brooklyn Bowl. I know a couple other places around town are going to have it throughout the spring too, but right now on my eye is Brooklyn Bowl on February 20th. Like
what better month to be checking this out? Hot, steamy, romantic February.
Yes.
Hot, steamy dim sum, hot, steamy
sexy
ramen,
dancing.
hot, steamy hockey players.
Maybe my perfect night would be dancing, and then later I'll do the food.
Yeah. There you go.
Can't do both. Can't do before.
I was saying Brooklyn Bowl is a fun spot regardless. So if you're going to go watch the show, watch it there. And it's on HBO Max, I believe. Is that if people want to watch at home?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What are the dates again? You said February 20th?
The 13th and 20th. I think I'm going, like, 20th. If you want to see me dancing and wild, I think I'm going the 20th.
Okay.
Work on those moves, MJ.
Yes. You can fangirl over MJ.
I want to dance it out. Like, sometimes you just need to dance out some really interesting times.
Yes.
And so
this is true. Looking for our moments of joy.
Yes.
Rob, I'm actually going to cut in again here because speaking of interesting times,
yes,
the event that I have my eye on for this month, I have 2 words for y'all: restorative birding.
Ooh.
Which, I mean, sounds exactly
artsy and peaceful.
That is exactly it. 100%. This is a beginner-friendly birding event at Red Rock Canyon on Sunday, February 8th. You can go to Red Rock Canyon's website to get more information.
Is this not for expert birders?
Or
intermediate level birders?
You're allowed to go, but like, don't be that birder who's like, well, let me tell you, actually.
Don't be a birder snob.
No, don't point your finger up. Like, this is not about like showing off how much you know about birds. The whole event is focused on mindfulness, community, and relaxation rather than bird identification.
Okay.
And I love this because I feel like so often, so many like nature-focused events kind of turn into like a weird competitive sport. Have you ever noticed that? Like, to me, like, you see people who are like trying to do like all the like intense hikes as fast as possible and to get to the top of this mountain by a certain amount of time. And like, I so respect the people who do that. But like, for me, sometimes you just need to get out into nature and go slow and not try to like show everyone how smart or athletic or knowledgeable you are, and maybe just reconnect with nature and yourself a little bit. So restorative birding, February 8th at Red Rock Canyon.
Slowing down instead of that quick dopamine hit. I love it.
Yeah. What you got going on this month, Rob?
All right. Let's talk about Elvis, because we can't go through too many of these monthly guides without talking about Elvis. And I don't know if you've seen
Elvis Lives.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the movie trailer for this, but there's a new Elvis documentary coming
another
out.
One. I did not.
It's called Epic, Elvis Presley in Concert. Get it? Epic stands for Elvis Presley in Concert.
Okay.
And this comes out on February 27th. Comes out a little earlier, a week earlier on IMAX on February 20th. And let me explain why you might want to catch this in IMAX. If you've seen the trailer for this, this is unearthed on stage, backstage footage of Elvis from his Vegas residency in the early 1970s.
Oh.
And this footage looks amazing. It looks like it was filmed yesterday. It looks high def, crystal clear. I mean, I'm assuming it was filmed on film, and that's why...
And then maybe restored, I wonder, somehow.
I don't know what they did. I don't know if they played around with AI with this or not. I don't know. But it looks so good. And to kind of see this, and I hate to use the word legendary because it's always like overused, but this really is kind of like a legendary moment in Vegas history where we always read about it.
Yes,
we know about this residency. It's the residency that really kicked off the era of residencies in Vegas. And just to see what it actually looked like in person at the Westgate, which used to be the Hilton, used to be the International. So I'm excited to see this. Even if you're not like an Elvis guy, I mean, I think this is going to be a fascinating documentary. It's done by Baz Luhrmann, who was the director behind the Elvis biopic that came out in 2022 and got awards and all sorts of attention. So obviously this is a project of love. I think this is really going to treat one of our local icons the right way. And the Westgate is actually going to do kind of a sneak preview and is giving out free tickets, I believe, to a screening on February 10th. And I'm going to try to weasel my way into that. But
how would we go about getting those free tickets? What's the method here?
Well, before we recorded this, I went onto the Westgate's website. I found the event. So if you just kind of Google Elvis movie Westgate, it'll come up. The link didn't really go anywhere. So I'm assuming the tickets are sold out and got snatched up pretty quick. But to see this movie in the same theater that Elvis actually performed in, I think that's going to be an amazing experience. But if you can't make it to that, go see it in your favorite local theater. See it in IMAX if you want to do that. It looks so cool. I'm excited for it.
I actually am curious. I don't know much about Elvis. Like, I have actually not seen like the biopics that come out, like even like the
MJ, you didn't get Elvis 101 in elementary school in Las Vegas?
I did not.
Wasn't that
which I went to elementary school and middle school in Vegas, so
of
I know.
Every Las Vegas.
Well, I think the thing about the Vegas residency is when Elvis was starting to kind of enter his beautiful mess era. You know, this is where the jumpsuit starts to come into play. Even in the trailer, there's a clip of him on stage holding like a little martini or something. And these Vegas shows have kind of like a reputation for being like amazing, but also like a little reckless. You know, you kind of see this guy who's entering a certain era and, you know, the raw talent is there, but also you see sort of the demons start to appear as well. I mean, it's a classic, you know, rise and fall that defines so many of these rock and roll true stories. And I think this will be kind of a snapshot into that. I'm not sure how much they're going to get into as far as sort of biography type stuff, because so much of that is out there already. But I think as far as a moment in time, it's going to be a fascinating look at Elvis.
Fascinating. All right, well, let's wrap with a final rapid fire question because Valentine's Day is coming up. Super quick, let's each shout out a local business, a neighborhood, or a place that you are crushing on right now. I'll start off super fast. I just want to give a shout out to Featherblade Craft Butchery.
Oh, you love this place.
I do. And they have like amazing locally sourced, sustainably sourced, ethically reared meats. They just opened up a new location in Centennial Hills, which is right by my parents' place. So I'm going to be sending my dad over there as grilling season begins. That's my crushing on business. What's the business you're crushing on right now, Rob?
Okay, I want to shout out the Pottery Shop in Town Square. So I went to this a month or two ago with some friends. One of them was having a birthday and they recommended this. So what it is, it's like a locally owned independent art place where you pick out your ceramic design. My wife, Mary, picked out a Chihuahua, of course, and painted it to look like
so cute.
Polly, our Chihuahua at home. And so what you do is you paint it. They have like paint on the walls, like you self-serve. You pick your brush, you pick your colors, you mix them together, you paint your little ceramic pottery thing, and then they put it in the kiln, they bake it, they roast it, they fry it. I'm not sure what they do. But then you come back 2 weeks later and you pick it up. And for Valentine's week, they're doing pottery wheel sessions. So if you've seen the movie Ghost, Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore, you can kind of maybe do a little bit of that. I don't know how naughty you can get with it, but you can book those. Look it up on their website, The Pottery Shop in Town Square.
Amazing. MJ?
I feel like I always shout them. I've shouted them out before, but I just am excited for this new show. Majestic Theater, like they have
Majestic Repertory Theater?
Yes. So Showgirls, the unauthorized musical parody, is playing there now, and so I'm going to go check it out in February. It's actually Heated Rivalry adjacent, I think, because before we had gay hockey competitors, we had this in this subtext of like
it is the month of love, MJ. It is the month,
but there's a subtext between those two women, those two showgirls.
There we go.
And I've actually seen some memes about that too, and so I'm definitely going to check them out. Troy over at Majestic always puts on great, fantastic things, so I'm excited to check this out.
Love it. Well, Rob, MJ, thank you for sharing your love for this city and all the amazing things going on in February. It is a sizzling month. We had a great time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, and that's all for today here on CityCast Las Vegas. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell a friend, rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our brilliant morning newsletter. Don't forget you can support this show and get some great perks by becoming a CityCast Las Vegas neighbor at membership.citycast.fm. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Take care.